Hello, everyone. We are here again with the RTV radio show. We have a jam packed segment here. This session, I'm trying to make sure that we at least have two guests per our show as we're going forward into the election season. So, look forward to a lot of our guests coming in. We have someone, we all know that it is mental health, you know. Awareness month. And so I just thought it would be very good to actually bring someone in that I am an organization that I'm a part of. This past weekend was such a phenomenal experience. And I figured that it would be nice to bring someone in from the Green Heart University. Before I go forward to bring her in or introduce her, I want to say the Green Heart University is such a great resource for our community to help with mental health. And the owner and founder of it, the visionary, is Colleen Diana. She just actually had a jam pain, and as well as the entire city, it was on the news. We wanted to actually start that conversation in the in the community and in households to just end that stigma. As I stated, May is the Mental Health Awareness Month. So I have with us today, just shortly, is going to just give a formal introduction of Green Heart University and the community, is Bernita Bellamy. Bernita Bellamy is a part of Green Heart University and community. She'll let you know what her role is, but I wanted to give her a moment to speak about Friday. I mean, it was a Friday the 13th, but it was such amazing. When I hear people say, "Oh, it's Friday the 13th," I don't hear about that. We ended the stigma. We pushed back on negativity. We pushed back on any kind of things that. Listen, I never going to go there because we were like, oh, we had revival. And then Saturday we had a gala. So I'm going to have Bernita come on and just speak about what is Green Heart University or Green Heart Community, what does it stand for, and what happened this past weekend.
Oh, thank you, Angie, for that introduction. And first, I have to apologize. I did not have my
No
green. I
green.
wasn't prepared. It's
It's okay.
impromptu. So you look so beautiful in your green. So just to, since that is a kickoff, green is the national color for mental health awareness, and that's how our visionarian came up with her name. She has a heart for green, and she has a heart for mental health awareness. Like a lot of people, it was God sent. She notified me right when I too was going through my recovery of depression and anxiety. And she reached out and said, "Hey, did you ever think about being a mental health advocate or coach?" And I was like, "Is she talking about me? Does she know about me? Does she know went through this?" And it was very extreme.
Yes.
So immediately I knew that was God sending me to be an advocate. And I said, yes. And
Yes.
immediately the connection was automatic. She saw some things in me that I didn't see in myself. I took the course. I was a part of the second graduating class of GHU, and she taught us everything she knew. She taught us how to be an advocate. She taught us how to be a coach, and she taught us how to tell our story genuinely from where we came from. So I do have a story. I did get diagnosed with depression and anxiety, and I had started walking my own process with therapy, um, group therapy, personal therapists, even hospitalization and medication. So I don't knock medication at all. If
Yes.
it's needed, good. But know your plan. I learned to have a self care plan for myself, and everybody's self care plan is different. And
Yes.
Colleen taught us that. She taught us
Mhm.
that the most important thing about being an advocate or coach is to make sure you take care of yourself. So
Mm.
I walked away knowing that I needed to journal every day. I needed to say affirmations to myself every day. And I needed to let go of expectations of what other people thought about me and the stigma. of that you don't talk about it. So now I am she honored me not only as the prayer warrior for the organism, as I always call it, but I'm
Mhm.
also the ambassador, the brand ambassador for the community, where I'm like the cheerleader. I just cheer on
Yes,
everybody that comes in.
yeah.
I bring the exhortation, I bring the encouragement. You always seeing me post something that's positive and encouraging. And I just want to let people know that we are all Harriet Tubmans, because that's
Mhm.
what our leader is, and that she's teaching us how to free other people in the mental health industry. So I'm honored to be a part, and I'm honored to meet such beautiful women and men, the few men that we do have, that are standing together to definitely see that we win this war against mental health. So,
Yeah.
Angie, thank you for letting me tell my story.
Yes, I don't know if you can see it. Colleen is
Yeah, I
yes,
saw it. Oh,
look, we are trying to
Colleen!
proud, sis. She is definitely, as I stated, a visionary, a leader. And I know it was a last minute, but it was like we're still in this moment.
Yeah,
This is a movement, and I just wanted to be right there. Sometimes it's not like we have to have anything fully planned. Sometimes God shifts our
yeah,
plan. I think she mentioned
exactly,
that in a group. It's like she had something else going on, and it just shifted. And so I
exactly.
just wanted people to know that there is support out there. There is a Green Heart University and a Green Heart community out there, amongst others. But we are all here to try to help one another, to try to heal. Um, just saying that you're the cheerleader, the brand ambassador. Listen, I don't know if you. I wish I would have shared some pictures, but you came in and your energy. And when I just say not just you, everybody had their
Yeah,
own unique, genuine
yeah.
energy. I had a friend come with me. That is it
Hmm.
started out as just a constituent that turned
Hmm.
a friend. She
Hmm.
voted for me. She supported me, and as you see, years later, she's still with me. And
Hmm.
it's like the energy is there. And she stood up and said, "I have not felt so comfortable
Yeah,
around
yeah,
Black women." So I don't know if you remember that.
yeah.
And so I just want you to say to know, and Colleen, if you're still watching, is that yes, it was such a powerful movement. I'm grateful that you allow God to have His way. As I
Amen.
stated, I feel like it was a revival. I feel like we
Mhm.
all had our freedom. We broke the chains. We broke.
Yeah.
Something happened. Something shifted. And as I
Hey,
stated, because we're still in this moment, I needed to say that.
yeah, yeah. And can I say something,
Mhm.
Angie? And believe it or not, if
Ah,
for whoever is listening, that was the first time that we have ever met in person.
oh
That's how
yes,
genuine and
yes,
real it was. Even though we took the course online, I live on the West Coast. So I
yes.
came all the way from California to be a part
Wow.
of Colleen's um uh second or third. This was the third annual.
Yeah.
Last year she couldn't do it because of COVID. The
Yes.
first year, we weren't quite a part of the cohort. So
Mhm.
this time I said, I'm gonna make it. I don't care how I gotta get there. And this was actually the first time that I actually got to see and meet and touch her in person. That was huge. It was
Yeah.
so huge. And just to see the genuineness of our love come like just like that. Like we knew each other from years
Yeah, I was
and
gonna say
years and years ago.
it felt
That
like
was beautiful.
yes, it felt like we knew each other. Yeah, everyone basically was there and seeing each other for the first time. I want you to know, like that is a powerful, just like I said, a feeling that is organic. It is
Yeah.
something that we just said, this is just the beginning. Whatever
Yeah.
you thought, and Colleen, if you're listening, whatever you thought your expectations were, or what you thought you were just going to do small, God is going to open up some great things for you
Amen.
during this time. It is basically a time where people are in need, right? And so I think this is the right time, the right moment. Oh, look, he is. Listen, I have a wonderful producer. He is such a friend, and
Oh,
as I said, so professional, and he is showing.
oh,
And he's gonna make don't make us cry again.
you
Look,
gonna make
right?
us cry. Right.
So
Don't
this
do
was
that
the
to us, bro.
gala. This was the gala, everyone. And shout out to Brad Talley. Anyone knows he's like that Baltimore artist in here. But he did a some artwork for Colleen. But yes, this was such a great moment, and it was something for men and women, you know. And
Yes.
so it was very good to see. That was the rum. It was really good, good energy. So what I want to say, even though May is Mental Health Awareness Month, this is an ongoing 365, and I'm here for you. I know, Bernita, you're here for the ride.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
I wanted to say thank you for coming on to speak about it. We do want to shout out Mayor Scott. He was
Yes.
there. He spoke, and he's very supportive of the Green Heart community. Am I
Yes.
missing anything, Bernita?
Um,
I
just
know we
that
put you on the spot.
just just that if it's anything that anyone needs, we are very resourceful. We're connected with the Shepherd Pratt community. We're also connected with the NAMI chapter of Baltimore as well. And that was another thing that Colleen has taught us since, like I said, since I'm over on the West Coast, we're trying to be nationally, globally, so we can open up all of the chapters in NAMI and volunteer. So that's one thing that she has connected us with as well, that we can volunteer for NAMI and just reach the masses. That's what we're here to do. So if I got to stay over on the West Coast for a little while and share my green love, that's what I'm here to do. But eventually I am going to come back over on the East Coast. Fingers crossed, fingers together, prayed up together, because
Yeah.
I am Baltimore native, born and raised, and so I
Oh.
love my city, and I want to see those great things get done in the city as well. So yes, Brandon, Scott, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, because
I'm
even
sure
in
he'll
his
watch. I'll
generation,
tag him.
yeah, yeah, we need that generation to connect with the older generation to really, bridge those gaps together and fight against those generational curse, really,
Mhm.
honestly.
Yeah. So again, shout out to Mayor Brandon Scott. I will tag him, send him a picture or something, or the link. But he was very supportive and
Yeah.
has been, and we wanted to say thank you for that. Again, shout out to Colleen Diana. How about shout out to God for giving her the vision and the courage, like that whole dance. I ain't even gonna say it because I have another guest. But I want you to know, just keep going. And I guess in closing, again, thank you for dropping in as a dropping a dime. I'm sorry, but could you let people know how they can get connected, or anything that's coming up? Is there anything coming up that you want anyone to know? I don't know if Colleen told you
Yeah,
anything.
she has it. She's so still in
Okay. Okay.
grabbing everything. But if you listening, Colleen, if you could put any type of link down in
Mm,
the chat, that would be great. That would probably be the best thing. Whether they can get in on our some of our online, I mean Facebook groups. And I know she's going to have another class coming too. I'm
yeah,
not sure when that class is going to be, but definitely I know she's going to be. She has waiting lists for her next
I know.
upcoming instructor classes, which I recommend. I highly,
Yes.
highly, 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 highly recommend. So,
Yeah.
Colleen, if you are still listening, you know, put it in your chat for me, please.
All right. All right, Bernita, thank you so much. Look, green. Oh, wait,
Okay.
wait, wait.
Yeah.
That green love. And a little G. I can't
There go my
my,
G. Where my
my
G? Oh, I can't
phone.
get it.
Listen, my phone turned around, but
There go
that's all
my G.
right.
There go my G. There it is.
All right. Thank you for coming in again. Shout out to Colleen Diana and the Green Heart University and Green Heart community. We love you, Green Love.
Green love. Thank you,
thank,
Angie.
thank you.
All right.
Thanks, everyone. So, look, we are doing something different. We're going to take a breather, but we do have a special guest, another special guest, should we say. We're going to have someone that we wanted to spotlight, a community spotlight, actually. And this is someone that, if you're from Baltimore, you know this king, you know this brother, you know this black man. I have had the honor, hopefully he is, and he was able to get in. He was having trouble too, this phone and his phone. So um I just wanted to make sure that we honored Terrance Dickson, owner of Terra Cafe. I don't know if you all have gone there, if you went to the Jerk Garden. He does things for Black businesses. He helps Black businesses thrive and get the resources that they need. And he's always opening up his restaurants for just giving back to the community. I remember one time actually. Even seeing him give back to culinary students over at Mervo. So he's always giving back to the community, and hopefully he's able to get in and in the background. Good. I was gonna say I don't have a cue to tell me, but we do have. Oh, okay, there you go. So we do have Terrance Dickson. He is the owner of Terra Cafe, the Jerk Garden. As I was stating before, hopefully you could hear that we wanted to make sure that we spotlighted you as a community leader who always gives back to the community, building Black businesses and Black people and just people in general, always giving back. And as I stated, one thing that really was really fun on me was that I saw you giving back to the culinary students over at Mervo. And so I just wanted to say, not because it was just Mervo, but the fact that you're giving back to our youth. You do things for you do things for Black men, you do things for the community, even sometimes political. So you just the all time. And listen, I see a little logo in the back. You're gonna tell us some initiatives you got going on and some assisting that you need from the community. So just wanted to just bring you in and let you speak. Terrance Dickson, founder of Terra Cafe. How are you? Oh, you're muted. I know technology.
Got it.
Listen,
There we go. Boom.
you were supposed to been on here.
Yeah, I was holding back. I'm shy still a little bit. So yeah, but thank you for introducing me. I guess we can go home now. You done said it all. But thank you, everybody. Thank you for bringing me on today. What I'm really excited about is what you see over my shoulder with this Terra Cafe, our Jerk Garden. I don't know whether or not a lot of people had an opportunity to get out and see us, but it was really part of our COVID plan. And I'm gonna take a little quick walk with you quick. I'm gonna come back real quick. The Root Store, that's it. We're gonna talk about that. We got some artwork from Brother Solomon. He's in the house today. Unreal, you know what I mean? Green Art, Terra Loft Consulting. So if you haven't been here, we got a couple other parts too, but what's real important, hey, this is kind of funny, look at that. Wanted to show you outside the Jerk Garden. All right, and this is there you go. This is very healing. Last week we had about 180 teachers out here for the Teachers Union, networking happy hour, great food, great libation. But more so happened than anything else, it was the healing that happened. That people were out, we were a community, and it changed a couple of things. So that's what we're here with, the Root Store. It's opening up. We got a ribbon cutting going out on the 4th of next month, June 4th, that's Saturday. And we're gonna open up the first, self-funded co-op. It's our own co-op, it's an incubator business. It's the actual something that's FUBU. It's something for us, by us. The structure that really pushes the narrative that we need in our community of ownership. Okay, so it's real exciting. Don't want to say too much. Want to really show you what's going to happen and not just talk about it. But the Root Store is going to be here on St. Paul Street. And it's the co-op where we're going to have 10 businesses. These businesses are going to be able to sell their goods. They will get 100% of the assets, 100% of everything. They get the whole bag, okay? They'll pay their little fee because guess what? That's the learned nature that we have to do, all right? Everything that's free for us, guess what? It ain't good for us. And if you don't believe in you and invest in you, what are you doing? So, we get down to some serious concepts because this is not for everybody. If you do not want to own the bricks, if you do not feel like leaving a legacy within your community, guess what? I still got something for you, but not this, okay? So it's a couple different levels, and we even do some free stuff too, okay? Because you got to give back. But one of the key things that I wanted to get on and talk about, and it's so crazy that you mentioned Mervo. We have another program that we're starting in the Root Store because, like I said, on the other end, it's not just a co-op. With this membership that you have, you'll get access to me. You'll get access to our staff. You'll get access to just about everything. And the big focus is to sharing people the hot 7. Those 7 things that you need to be awesome in business and successful. And not only that, because guess what? If I don't show you and I just tell you, it's not going to work. So we have a bunch of partnerships and community people that are with us that are going to help you set up with your legal part, with the accounting part, with your marketing, your industry mentor. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that you get set off the right way. Because normally what happens, I think that all black businesses have the same story. Watch. All right, everybody out there, raise your hand when you hear the same story because it was your story. You started out, you had $1,500, a couple of halfway credit cards, and you had a great idea. So you said, let's go. All right. So what happens, you know the front part of it and you rocked it for about a year or 2. And then it started catching up with you. It was time for you to grow. You wasn't prepared. Nobody wasn't giving you a business credit card. Nobody wasn't giving you a loan. You couldn't get trade lines from your vendors and you thought, why? Okay. You had to go back and redo it all. We're going to help you out. We're going to set you up at the beginning. So we don't want you to get that COVID fatigue, that you're in business for 5, 6, 7 years and you should have been there. It should have been done 2 years ago, 3 years ago. So what we feel as though is that, guess what? In 2 years, we're going to get you the part of owning the bricks. Like I said, it's not for everybody. It involves commitment. It involves sacrifice because everybody's suffering. That's for amateurs, okay? All right? That's for amateurs. Come on. I'm dealing with rock stars, all right? So you're going to need to sacrifice a little bit of time, a little bit of bread, a little bit of commitment. And guess what? You're going to build family with it. That's going to be the key things because some of the components of it that you use for building your business are the same components you need to be using to build your home. Wow, I think I gave you the whole game.
I feel like I could just say you just dropped the mic. Now you know why we had to make sure we spotlight you. When I spoke to him, everybody's watching. When I spoke to my brother, it was so much. I said, you got to come on. You got to talk about this. I'm so happy to hear, first of all, coming out of your comfort zone. It's not understanding, it's not so much a one size fit all. You're not setting no one up for failure. You're not just trying to grab something. You really are trying to set someone up for success. And that is commendable. So I wanted to say thank you for that. And I love the whole, you're setting up like rock stars, like it's not even just like, oh, I just want you to go. I want to put my name. I want you to be at your best. And that is why you today was being honored because that's what we need in our community. People that are, again, always giving back and just need those flowers. We talked about this, not linking it with the Green Heart, but just over the weekend, we were just talking about giving people flowers while they're here. And I just wanted to say, we've been supposed to have you on here. I know you and I have been talking about it, but, it's please, anyone is watching, as I stated, if you came in a little later, we have Terrance Dickson here, and he's actually the owner of Terra Cafe. If you've gone there, they have everything from jazz, comedy shows, whatever you need. Please make sure you support this Black brother. And also, if you are looking to start your business, he does have the Terra Loft Consulting. And my producer is bringing it up now. Now he is going to talk about this community support. I don't want to dive right into it because he might be still on fire. But he is going to tell you some things that his obstacles. And we know with success come obstacles, right? And so I wanted to actually talk about your meeting. You were just coming from a meeting, and there are some things that the community can actually help and support you with. So I'll let you speak. I think we got to come off and, go on.
You're going to unmute me again? All right, boom. Back in the ring again. All right. You know what? It's just like anything else. I think that when you go on your journey, that if you don't have a little bit of hate, if you don't have a little bit of challenge, guess what? You're really not pushing hard enough. So I know that we push hard here. So what we push for is we push for Black excellence. Sometimes what you do is like you see behind me. This is Black excellence. In the middle of COVID, with little or no funding, we created space for our community. all right, and always being community focused, always being community minded, all right, whether or not it was sharing food, whether or not it was giving encouragement, whether or not it was sharing another space for another business just to survive. You feel what I'm saying? So that's one of the key things. So like right now, we're in the part of just the conversation from last year in reference to live outdoor entertainment, and we had a great meeting today. Um, they agreed that they would support me. All right, they didn't give me a document yet. Okay, but what it was that, guess what? I totally believe that I do not think that we need to be put under MOUs. All right, that if we work within memorandums of understanding in reference to limiting business. I guess let me start this way. Excuse me. We had a problem last year where we got quite a few calls in reference to our outdoor entertainment. It was challenged. It was challenged through the liquor board. It was challenged through the police department and also the health department. The police department and health department said, listen, stop. Leave this guy alone. He's awesome. Why? Okay. Next thing you know is that we had one more time, and it ended up in us going down to zoning and just redefining, because we have a live entertainment permit, but redefining what is the use of it. And I think that it needs not to be spoken that we can use our backyard for live entertainment, as long as we work in the guidelines of the city and the state of what is applicable in reference to the situation. It shouldn't be a conversation, okay? And I think that we came to that resolve today because it wasn't based on legal that we have to sign and limited our rights. See, I don't think that, you know, if we did anything wrong, why are you limiting our rights of our businesses? And you'll see that throughout the city. So you mean that other parts of the city can be blocked off, built up, and funded? They give them bread to do it too now. Okay, we'll have those conversations, but guess what? I don't get into that. What I focus on is just what you see behind me, the root store. We're gonna build our own. I'm not worrying about anybody. You know what I mean? All of that is for amateurs. I'm more so focused on my community. And just like the sister said, right now in our times, there's trauma out here. You got people that, it's all over. You know what I mean? You now got people that are making decisions that you can't even fathom what they're thinking, but you know that there are challenges out here mentally in our community that we really need to focus. So I don't want to put the light on me. I want to put the light on the root store, okay? Because I got me, okay? I want to put the light on the root store. I want to put the light on our small micro businesses, okay? I want to put the light on the mayor's office. Yo, get it together. Get it together. Okay, so that's what I want to talk about a little bit, and that was it, you know. So I'm very thankful for what you're doing, because I see you be doing your thing, and very much so. All right, Brother Nance, you know, thank him for keeping people healthy, you know what I mean, and keeping that spiritual balance, you know what I mean, because you know what, not all grown men talk about that, you know what I mean, you know what I mean, they ain't brave like that, you know what I mean, they say you move a little different. You feel me? And I understand. I move a little different. Awesome, man.
I mean, you the OG, you know what I mean? Like, ownership, all of that stuff you talk about, you don't just talk about it, you live it, you preach it, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I just appreciate, you know, the fact that, you know, one thing you've always said that, you know, was an open door policy. You know what I'm saying? Before you had the consultancy agency, you've always was consulting us, you know what I mean, prior to it being a business, you know what I'm saying, informally, you know what I mean? So I just want to uplift you for just listening to the ancestral call that you got, you know what I mean, to lead and to show us how to own and develop neighborhoods, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to you, my brother, you know what I mean? I respect and appreciate you from a whole different way.
The one thing that I say was community building. I don't know why we can't be off of the mute at the same time, but the one thing I heard is what you're saying, the community building, and I'm sure you know that's actually what Restoring the Village is all about. It's about community building. It's about networking. It's about bridging that gap. And so I, again, want to just say salute to all the things you're doing. You know, we're here to support. If there's anything that we can do, we'll continue to do. It's not starting. We'll continue to do. You mentioned about the whole COVID. just highlight that I remember during the time of I don't know if you remember this or not, but during the time, of our quote unquote lockdown, I remember you being on the corner and you were just like, you're waving, y'all had the funnel king, like everything, because you wanted to support one another. And you utilize your storefront, you utilize your resources, you utilize your voice to continue to build your community. And even though that was probably a couple years now, I want you to know I see you and others see you. And I'm so thankful for your focus. You said, I got me, God has you, and everything you're doing. So I just wanted to say that that was 2 years ago. And that is something stuck with me because I remembered that.
You know what? Thank you so much. I remember that, and Bimbo out there getting it. You know what I mean? That little sidewalk karaoke with the fro, get it? But it's all about that. It's all about energy. It really is all about community. One of the things also that we've been very big on is the social enterprise piece in reference to really connecting business and people together. When you look at the old narrative of that 2% controlled 98%, it just don't work no more. All right, we've been empowered to something that is more powerful than anything else. Guess what? We learned real value. We learned about family. We learned about time. We learned about just basics of what happens when you got to feed yourself and have protection of yourself and your family and provide shelter. You feel me? You know what I mean? There were people with Bentleys, and guess what? They was in the corner like us too, son. You know what I mean? So, these are the things that are very important that I think that's come to the value of our community, the real value that we have. So by building these businesses, because everyone talks about bike lanes and green spaces, but guess what? In the black neighborhoods, guess what we need? We need green spaces, baby. We need business spaces. We need development. We need leadership, and we need funding. And what we're doing with TLC, all right, Loft Consulting, opening up the Root Store. We have a program, Bamboo Village in Santa Clara University in California. All right, we got a lot for you. But also what I'm gonna ask you to do is this. On Facebook and a couple of places, you're gonna see a scan code. All right? It's about our outside. So we don't wanna just go average. Like I said, we're rock stars. We wanna bust in there. Right now, we got about 3,000 signatures. All right? I like to walk in there with 4,000 signatures. 4,000 people think that there's a healing energy about us being together and being able to interact, and especially for our musicians. Guess what? We were one of the first one to provide a place for live musicians, all right? And we were very thankful for the energy that it really put to our community. So once again, I reach out to you and say thank you. Scan the code, come see us, and just reach out. Reach out to some people. Just talk to some people. Reach out to our elders. One of the things that we're doing right now also, you know what? I almost did it. I almost left and didn't tell you. You started off the show with it. You talked about those kids at Mervo. You talked about when we took them down to the competition. We bought them uniforms. We bought them cooking gear. They were sharp. All right? Now we've taken it to the next step. All right? Loft Consulting, in collaboration with the Root Store. All right, we're gonna do the other part of it. We worked on the front end part. Now we're gonna work on the back end. We're gonna be working with some students at Maryville, approximately about 15 of them. We're gonna work where we're gonna actually give them an opportunity to learn not only just how to be great workers, but to be awesome business owners. We're gonna teach them of how to run a business. So they'll do some time at the school. Then they'll come down and work in the Root Store in our community room. They'll learn some lessons about business, learn the Hot 7 so they understand. We're gonna walk them through our Santa Clara University. They're gonna get a certificate at the end, okay? Hopefully it encourages them to go more. You know what I mean? How do you eat an elephant? One small bite at a time. So that's what we do, okay? And then the next thing what happens is that they're gonna get an opportunity, guess what? Check this out. I'm gonna give them the bag. I'm gonna give them the restaurant once a month for themselves. They'll create a brunch or a lunch or a dinner, most likely a brunch. That's gonna be the most profitable for them. They're gonna put it together from the beginning to the end. And guess what they'll do? They'll split the profits among themselves, all right? And then at the end of the program, we're gonna give those that are really, really interested in being in business. Because guess what? I don't think youth have to wait until end of college to start a business. They can do it now. We're going to give them opportunity where they're going to actually do 5 businesses to them. We're going to give off 5 businesses. Everything. LLC, Dun & Bradstreet. They're going to get the full support of TLC. And guess what? We're going to put the first $100 in the bank for them. And it's not going to be a bank account. It's going to be a banking relationship. So that's what we look at we're doing right now. And I almost left without sharing that. So look forward to us. It's hot. It's crazy. It's our new ecosystem. And we know it works.
So you let's see if I'm muted. Okay. I was going to say, you actually left that off for me. I didn't know about that. So look, every day is a surprise with Mr. Terrance there. That is some great news. I actually was just talking to, had a meeting, like a public safety meeting at the police department with the police department. And we were just talking about ways, and we mentioned Mervo. You know, we're talking in general, but it's in my district. And it's so great to hear that some investment, we were talking about trying to get some alumni or businesses to invest, and to actually hear that, you're showing me, you're telling me, you're confirming that it is all going to be well, because people care. And like I said, I just wanted to say thank you for pouring back into them.
Thank you for allowing me to share this information just with our community. And guess what? It's starting out with Mervo, but we're really opening it up just about to anybody or any schools in the city. We do have, if you're a young person, if you're out there, if you're an old person, you're out there, you have a business, you need to get a reset or a refresh, come on, I got you. All right. TerraLoftConsulting.com. That's the petition we're talking about right now. Okay, I thought of 3. We need a little work, y'all. We need about 2,000 signatures, so I know that by next week we should be good. All right, so sign up, sign your name. You know, if you don't got to break them no bread, if you don't have to, if you don't have it on the thing, understand things are tight. You know, we can keep it in the community right here. So we look forward to your support. And if you need ours, we're here. Come on, let's go.
So I'm going to actually make sure that we share this. If anyone's come in late on the podcast, this segment here, just make sure you share it, because it's from beginning to the end. We've had some amazing people come on or talk about the Green Heart University and community. And now we're having Terrance here talking about the Terra Cafe and everything else, like his TLC. That's would be easy for me to remember, the TLC, the Terra Loft Consulting, and also the Root Store, and then the initiative that he's doing. And he even gave us a tour. So listen, if you came in late, you're just going to have to just replay it, because this is like a powerful movement. The entire weekend I've been saying it's a movement. I don't want to wait till next week when we're here. You know, we're here in this wave of giving back. Terrance, he has, I don't know if he even like mentioned it because of the Green Heart, because I don't think he did, because he said with the BTU, but he said it was healing. So I'm telling you, we are healing one another, no matter if it's through, you know, his events, or if it's through Green Heart, or it's through a book. I've been putting everything, whatever it is, you just have to live on purpose, with a purpose-driven life. And I thank God for allowing the vision to come on Terrance as well as Colleen. Terrance has already stated, and our producer put the petition. Yeah, that's a petition. It's a little hard to see on my phone. But the petition, please help us to, you know, sign your name, has your signature there, to give them support. This is the Terra Cafe with Love. You can hear through our podcast, or you can read about why they need it and why they need your support. But we're also going to share this link out to everyone. And so I just want to again say thank you for coming on. And listen, where are you? So some people may not have never come to your, you know, business or knew about it. Can you let us know where you're located, what all you have going on a regular basis? And listen, I'm just going to say this before you unmute. Maybe one day, I'm going to speak it, we can probably have a live show in the jerk garden. How about that, DJ Diamond K? And I'm gonna mute myself.
Absolutely.
I definitely like that. That'll be awesome. Definitely hot. Get you an audience in front of you. Get you some people, getting you a little touchy-feely to see you, feel the energy, the whole 9 yards. Definitely what's up. Terra Cafe is located in the heart of Baltimore City at 101 East 25th Street. We've been here for a little while. We've been here for about 12 years, 5 months, 14 days, 16 hours, 32 minutes, not counting, but it's been an awesome ride. But one of the key things to all of it is that on this corner, we've helped about 25 or 30 black business reach a level of awesomeness. You know, I've owned this corner for over 20 years and very humbly thankful because we're supported by community. And after the cafe, I realized I never did own it. I realized it was always the community's, and I was just more so a caretaker. So once again, 101 East 25th Street. We're open right now, all right, Wednesday through Sunday, 11 to 7 during the week, all right, on Friday till about 10, 9, 10, and on the weekends till 10, Sunday to 7, all right? The first of next month, guess what? We're gonna really do it. We'll be back to some better hours, a little bit longer. Weather's nice, so we'll be outside. But I do want to say, listen, June 4th, come down for the ribbon cutting ceremony on the, yeah, look, I got it now, at the Root store. It's gonna be awesome. We're gonna have some of our vendors out here, you know what I mean? And if you have questions, I'm here for you. You know what I mean? But more so than anything else, we want to share this consciousness of our community and of a social enterprise. We have a special network for you where we share information that is really pertinent to everybody, and it filters all the rest. So thank you so much for allowing us to get it right more than we've gotten it wrong. And thank you for inviting me on your show.
So could you actually put the last comment up? And this is from okay. So there was a comment I just wanted to say because I saw something with a heart too. So it says, I love Terra Cafe and have been there plenty of times, even as a vendor. So that is, oh, listen, oh, I couldn't see. I told you I can't see on this phone. So I just connected in person with this lovely soul. So Mrs. Loving Me Davis is the name on Facebook. And she's giving you a shout out and said that she's been there plenty of times as a vendor. So I want you to know how you're touching people and you don't even know. And if you do know it, I want you to know that it's great. It's greatness. Can I say this really quickly? It's not a full rush. You know, we got about 9 minutes, but I want to say this because, and I told you, I'm in a, I don't want to say vulnerable, but I'm very emotional right now. And so like this past weekend, I just said, look, I have been in this giving people flowers. I wanted to say, when I first ran, because I'm going for a re-election, actually. Let me put that plug out. I'm going for a re-election for the Baltimore City Democratic State Central Committee. But when I first made the announcement, I don't know who's listening and who's not, but listen to this. Terrence opened up Terra Cafe with open arms, supported me, and has been supporting me ever since, even before I made the announcement. We have done everything. My birthday, I celebrated there. I'm always supporting. That was a great birthday. We're not gonna talk about that. No pictures, but but I wanted to say thank you. I wanted to say thank you for supporting me with everything that I do. And again, just giving your flowers. You're an awesome friend, brother, and you don't want, you know, of course you want things back, but I'm saying your heart is pure. And I don't take that lightly. I don't connect with a lot of people. So for us to still be connected, for us to still be supportive of one another says a lot. It says that you're committed. I'm committed. It says that you're dedicated to the cause. You're dedicated to the common cause, and that is to help your community. So I wanted to say thank you for that. You're a great community builder, and I see great things, and you have my full support with anything that you need. You know, just let me know. You got my number.
All right. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you. And very humbly, thank you for letting me be on the show. And I look forward to those with their businesses. Yo, come on out. If you're thinking about it, come on out. And we got a home buyers program coming up, which is real important. Come on, we're getting it. What is the key that we say? What? Own the what? You got to own the bricks. You got to own the bricks.
Quick. If someone was interested in signing up for the for the small business or anything? How is there any classes coming up for it? Or you just said about the home buying? How can people get any information? Do you have a website that they can sign up for? Is there, just give us a little.
Awesome. First thing you can do is you can go to terraloftconsulting.com. On terraloftconsulting.com. If you can put it in the notes, I appreciate you. And what's great about that is we have a free business analysis. So what happens, you get in, you sign in, and even if you don't want to do a business, guess what? If you're a homeowner, you're a business owner. It's the same function. You get in, name, information, ask you a couple of questions. There you go, look at this. We're gonna X out the appointment, and then you're gonna go down to, growth business analysis, right here, blow. You're gonna click onto the white box. Nope, not book an appointment, go back up. Right there, the white box, get your growth analysis. Now what happens is this, you go through it and it's gonna ask you a few questions. Some of them you're gonna have an answer for, and some of them you're not, but that's the purpose of it. It's gonna get you to think, okay? And then at that point, by the time that we get to you, we get a real analysis of what you do and what you wanna do, all right? And guess what? At that point, then we have a plan for you. What we share with people is this. After you get your first appointment, either in 30 minutes or 30 days, you can have the Hot 7. Isn't that easy? Either in 30 minutes or 30 days. Because a lot of times, you have some businesses that'll have the majority of those items, but what happens, they're just missing one or two pieces, or they're missing the structure, the support, or they're at that point, and there's a conundrum in reference to what's next. You know what I mean? So this is where we come into play. Wow.
I love it. Now, I put terracafeconsulting.com. Was that correct? Okay. All right. So I put that in there, and I'm also gonna we're also gonna make sure we put the petition in. I think that is okay. Good. Okay. Did I put it in wrong? Good. Thank you, Rochelle. Listen, she's helping me out. But if we can, we're gonna make sure that we share that out. And I see your thing.
Oh, you do? All right. You know what I wanted to share with you also was that from this business analysis at the end, it's going to ask, what do you want to do? I'd like for you to put in certification or take the test or bamboo, all right? Because what happens is that we have that free certification, and guess what? We're meeting you where you're at. It's all digital. Santa Clara University is in California. They do about maybe 80-90% of the training for Silicon Valley. So everything is precise and intentional. So we're thankful that we have our course there for 2 years. We're on our second year. And it's something you can do. It's something not just for a business owner, it's for our kids. It teaches the basics of financial literacy so that you can have intelligent conversations.
Awesome. So as stated, not only is he putting out this foundation, but he's allowing you to get to know yourself. So I think that's very important because you want people to think. You want people to put that out. Is this something you want? Is something you willing to do? To know the ins and outs, the good and bad. Sometimes we just see the result, but there's a lot of the in betweens, right? And so I thank you for your transparency, for your leadership, and for just this opportunity and using your platform and your space. And like I said, I love the jerk garden. It's so relaxing. I love when there's jazz. I love comedy, all of that. You had every single thing I could think of. I don't know if you had like a paint party. We might have to do this. Oh, yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. I was there. But anyway, I'm just saying, if you have an idea, make sure you connect with Terrance, link up, support his business, have something there at the Jerk Garden, book his spot. We have to make sure we're supporting one another. So that's all that I have to say. And I don't even see Brother Nance. I know he's been having a hard time with his connection. And I guess anything else that we may have missed. Okay. Listen, I want to say, Terrance, at first you was like, I don't know what I'm gonna be able to say, but this is like, it's good. You were comfortable. I'm very proud of you. And again, if there's anything that we could do going forward, please continue to let us know. Again, I am so proud of you, and we look forward to continue to build the community with you. So again, thank you for being a guest on the RTV show. Please let people know about RTV. Anyone that's tuned in right now. I'm trying to juggle a lot, but going forward soon in the near future, very near, we're going to be bringing in some candidates. So we're looking forward to doing that as just a get to know the candidate and what they stand for. So we just want to utilize our platform for everything, whether it's community work, political work. At the end of the day, we have to utilize and make sure that we are pulling our resources together. I love the fact that we're going to talk about it offline. I love the fact of hearing and just planning for some kind of live show. That's been my dream. So, watch out, Oprah. But anyway, it is such an honor. Again, when we talk about supporting our Black businesses, again, we talked about Terra Cafe, but I also want to always shout out On Fire Radio, On Fire Television. I'm sorry, don't kill me. On Fire TV. With Diamond K. He is doing a phenomenal job. Make sure that you support our, our Black media as well. So we talk about, hey, we don't want Fox 45. We don't want this. Well, you have the On Fire TV and you have other Black media. Please support them. And that is it for me. Again, thank you all for tuning in. Anyone who has not, just make sure you replay and make sure you share this out because this was great resources and we spotlighted 2 individuals and organizations. First half was Greenheart University and Community with Colleen Diana. And our special guest that spoke on our behalf was Bernita Bellamy. And then we had Terrance Dickson, the owner of Terra Cafe. So again, everyone, make sure that we continue to restore our village. See you all next Monday, same time, same place. And we'll make sure we continue to bring you some great places, great people in the space. Thank you so much, RTV.